Hi, I'm Peter from CyclingExpress.com, and today we're looking at Time Bike's first attempt at an entry-level bike, the Time Fluidity First. Okay, let's be honest, this is still not an entry-level bike. It's never going to get under that magical $1,000 mark. But for a company that has won the tour and has always made high-end bikes, this is new territory. I've heard it said that once you ride a Time bike, you'll never want to ride anything else. Now, although I'm likely to keep riding my Azuri to work, I have to say it, I understand so much better why people are willing to pay top dollar for the kind of engineering that goes into a Time bike. After all, there aren't too many bikes that are made in such and such that aren't actually made in Taiwan or China. But Time are still made in France. In fact, there's some great videos out there about that. Now, before I get too carried away with the frame, let me talk about the equipment on this machine. This is Shimano's latest example of trickle-down tech. The not very old Dura Ace 9000 group set, which is the best mechanical group set ever, has been the rebirth of Ultegra into 11-speed. The new asymmetric crank, the amazing new front derailleur and the impressive cam-activated brakes have landed in the masses in the new Ultegra 6800. This is nothing less than what we expect from these guys. They are the best at what they do down there at the Big S. The Big S. Wait, can I say that now, or should I worry about being sued for trademark infringement? It's probably okay. Although they are specialists in their field, I think Shimano have no insecurity, which may or may not lead to legal bullying. But I digress. The point is, this group set is everything it promises to be, and a few things you may not expect in such an affordable group set. Okay, the things I don't like on this build. Every bike has a few things that you'd change. And my first one, I know this is personal, is a literal pain in my butt. I've ridden the Prologo Zero Pass a fair bit, really, and it's now officially the second worst saddle I've ever ridden. The worst actually hasn't been made for over 5 years. But it does have a cutout at least, so I'm sure someone with a different pelvic structure to me will probably appreciate its perineal relief. Secondly, and this isn't Time's fault, the controls are just FSA's low-level equipment. But there's a reason for this, as there is a reason for the very entry-level Mavic Axiom wheel set that is selected for this build, which are glaringly sluggish on a bike like this. The point is here that most people who will buy a Time may have personal preferences about some of these components, and will almost certainly have a preferred set of wheels. So this bike comes ready to ride, but priced, ready to up-spec to your liking. Okay, now the fun part, the frame. We could talk about the fact that Time's RTM moulding process is both unique and effective. And we can talk about their clever use of Vectran fibers in all the right places, which help them fine-tune the ride characteristics. And we can spend hours talking about the geometry that Time have perfected over the years. But you know what? When a bike from such a prestigious brand comes onto the market in such an affordable way, what really matters is how it rides. And in short, it's amazing. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's so perfect that it's not amazing. It just feels right in pretty much every way. The ride is stiff but comfortable, the handling is stable yet nimble, and it feels like every watt goes exactly where it should, and effortlessly so. In the saddle, up on the pegs, up 15% pitches, down wiry descents, accelerating hard for a sprint or hitting the brakes hard to drop into a corner. The Fluidity First pulls it all off, easily and with perfect poise. The kind of poise that makes you eager to ride longer. If I sound like I'm gushing, it's because it really is just that good. Now, at the end of the day, I think owning a Time bike is not for everyone. That's okay. But now, with the Fluidity First and with Ultegra 11-speed, the kind of perfection and poise that has been kept out of the reach of most of us is suddenly pretty damn affordable. If you have any other questions about Time bikes, please contact the team at CyclingExpress.com.